Hey, good morning, good people. This is Lee Craft, the host of The What Is podcast. Today's show is about mental illness. Mental illness is real. So today's topic is pay attention to your loved ones. I know you're probably saying, Lee Craft, I watch my loved ones every day. No, you probably look at your loved ones, but are you really paying attention to your loved ones? Their mood, their demeanor, all those things that are telltale signs that you know, hey, something's wrong, something is off. So how do you fix those things? Communication is the key. Your words have power. Your words have power. So put the power towards the people that you love and help them get through what they're going through. But before we get started, if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com or go to Anchor, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, or Instagram. Look for the animated black man, white beard, smiling and profiling, and finally realize, hey, you can't size me up. I am who I am. Look at people. This is the whole key. Mental illness is real. When you see somebody that try to take their own life and they end up doing that, and they give you all the telltale signs, you look back, you hit replay, and you play it back over your head over and over and over again. You say, man, you know what? They told me that. Yeah, they did tell you that. But you said, no, they won't do nothing like that. And they did. I don't want you to have those regrets. I'm going to tell you, back when Lee Craft was a young man, I was just my first factory job. It was called Clevite. And this young man was telling me a story, He said, Lee, he said, man, I got problems, man. I forgot what he told me. I can't tell you verbatim word for word what he said. But all I know is I gave him some encouraging words. And this young man came back the next day. That young man, we about the same age. Came back the next day and said, Lee, thank you. Thank me for what? He said, until I talked to you, Lee, I was going home to commit suicide. Huh? Now, just imagine if I would have just started just talking some nonsense, some rubbish stuff. That man had been dead. I never would have known why he committed suicide, But just the thought of my words having that kind of power. That's why I say when you're talking to people, you have to give them some encouraging words, even though you feel that, hey, man, I really can't help them, but I can't say this, I can say that, or I can do this, I do that. Those things matter, especially in the situations that they're going through, because they feel like the only option that they have is to remove themselves from the equation. But your words are the navigation system. Your words come from God, to help them say, you know what? No, I got to rethink this. I'm not going to do this. That's the power of words and power of prayer. But be mindful. No matter what you're going through, I can guarantee you one thing, that is going to be okay as long as you make God a part of your life. That's the what if guarantee. What if you start paying attention? What if you start paying attention to your loved ones? I'm going to give you a good example. My daughter, Leah, the oldest of my 3 girls. She was taking all the AP classes in high school. I said, baby, what's wrong with Leah? I said, like your head always hurting and everything. She said, Lee, they just have a lot of AP classes for trying to get ready for college. I said, really? So next day, you know what Dad do, right? I go to the school. I said, hey. Well, first of all, let me back up. I talked to my sister-in-law who's an educator. She said, Lee, these classes that she's taking, she don't need. You know what I'm saying? So once I got that information, that's all I needed. I went to the school, had those classes removed from her artillery, what do you call it? I can't think of it right now. I had those classes removed. And on the way home, I picked her from school. She said, Daddy, why you do that? Why did I do that? I said, because of you. Dad, I need them. No, you don't. So the next couple of days, headaches were gone. They were gone. She was happy, happy as all get out, if you know what I mean. So that's what I'm saying, people. You have to pay attention to your loved ones. Pay attention to the ones, people who you deal with on a daily basis. Even if they're your co-workers. You can't stop a lot of things that's going to happen. So be mindful of that. But you can prolong it until it may never happen by just being observant. Giving people help. Because everybody's ashamed of feeling the way they're feeling. It's okay not to be okay sometimes. We all have those crazy thoughts in our head sometimes. I'm telling you about me. If this applies to you too, hey, I do understand. We all have those thoughts. You never had those thoughts, guess what? You never been born. Everybody had a rough day. Everybody had the tornado on this side, the earthquake beneath you, the tsunami. Everybody had the perfect storm. And you're still standing. Why is that? Because you got more work to do. That's what I always say. Look, like I said, just talk to your loved one. Be aware of what's going on with your loved one. They're talking off a little bit. They're doing something they don't normally do. Something off. So help them to recalibrate. That's what I'm doing with my loved one. I'm paying attention like this. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, look, even the ones who I deal with, when I go down, even when I go to the grocery stores, even when I see people that I normally see and they tell me off, hey man, what's going on? Keep it simple. One last story. This guy, I ran this warehouse, right? He's a truck driver. Back then, I think when overnight was really booming. And this is a muscular brother, you know. Ken works, man, everything all right, bro? He said, no, Lee. Everything all right, man. Can I talk to you for a second? Man, yeah, you talk to me for a minute if you need to. Start telling me some things that are going on in his life, you know, things that had transpired, you know. And I said, hey, it's going to be okay. It's not the end of the world. It's going to be okay. I told some certain other things, you know, hey, blah, 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 blah. You're not the first this happened to. You won't be the last this happened to. You understand what I'm saying? And I saw him probably about a month or so later, started gaining weight back. You did something? He said, Lee, you got me through what I was going through. Those words you gave me, man, was encouraging words, man. I was in my pain. I was in my feelings. But you told me, get over that sting. Get over that sting. Now you know the truth. Now you got to move past it. Is it going to hurt? Yeah, it's going to hurt. That's what I told him. It's going to hurt. It's like you got bumblebees, wasps, yellow jackets. Everything stinging you at the same time. Your whole face just swole. Body is swole. But one thing about it, you still whole. Huh? And he got through it. Your words have power. Your words have power. So, like I said, good people, pay attention to your loved ones. Keep them out of harm's way. That's our job. Because we've been through a lot of things that they're going through. Sometimes they don't know how to navigate those waters or those things that they're going through. But we do. Through the help of God and grace of God. So, like I said, that's it for me. So, like I always said, my children said, Daddy, you're not a good storyteller. And I tell my children all the time, hey, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. So, with that being said, Denny Graham, this is my podcast. But if you have any comments or concerns, please email me at leecraftwhatif@gmail.com. One band, one sound. Together, we got an opportunity to turn this whole world around. But in order to have a real conversation, you got to have real people. If you want to have that real conversation, have a blessed time or have a blessed day. And please find time and make time to tell God